Are you struggling to hit depth on squat with heavy load? Then please watch this. So this is my client Shamaila. When we started working together, she would consistently squat a little bit high, so her hip crease would be higher than the top of the knee joint. And for her, like if she ever wants to compete powerlifting, I just let her know that this is the standard that we need to, compete to. After spending a few weeks of trying to find out what the actual issue with hitting depth was, we found out that she could easily hit depth with, full ass to grass squat with lower weight. The issue was pretty much just the weight that we were using. And every time we would go back to the heavy loads and use a top set, this is where we would go back and we wouldn't hit depth. So for Shamaila, what we did was I would, ask her to just go deeper, and that wouldn't work. And we would keep going backwards and forwards essentially, and we wouldn't get that sort of change in the top end squat that we were after. I even tried to cap her squat, because if it was a weight issue and we moved that down to sort of, 50, 60 kilo for her, which I know she would have been able to do, but it would still happen. So then what we did was I added in a constraint for her, so I added in pin squat. So we would set the pins up so she was in depth, so hip crease lower than the top of the knee joint, and she would pause on that pin squat. So I added this as the direct top set. So let's say she had a triple, a normal squat, which she was cutting high. I changed that triple to a pin squat, so she would get that external feedback, so she would know she's going deep enough. And you can see now that she's able to move that same weight at the start, which she was cutting depth on, and actually get ass to grass. And if anything, she could probably cut a little bit of that range of motion. But that is how we've managed to fix Shamaila's top end, and now we will just maintain that good habit as we progress.